For this video, we're going to be looking at the top 10 fantasy players over the past 2 weeks, talking about players that have played better than expected, players that have shifted down the rankings, and I'm pretty sure if you guys own these players, you're doing pretty well in your leagues. What's going on, guys? Welcome to a very special episode of ezBUCKETZ Fantasy Basketball. I make weekly fantasy update videos, so be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you guys don't know me, my name is Soom and I'm a fantasy basketball expert. My goal here is to help you guys win your fantasy basketball leagues, so hopefully these videos will help you out. But if you are interested in more support, one-on-one fantasy basketball advice where I help you guys with trades, roster advice, waiver wire pickups, you guys gotta check out my Patreon page down below. I got special perks there for all you guys that are interested in one-on-one fantasy basketball support. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the top 10 fantasy players. At number 1, we got Steph Curry. We all know Steph Curry is the best fantasy basketball player, and from what it looks like, as long as the Warriors are winning, Steph's gonna keep putting up monster numbers. Steph has been averaging about 6.2 3-pointers over the past 2 weeks, and oh boy, he looks like he's not stopping anytime soon. At number 2, we got James Harden of the Brooklyn Nets. During the start of the season, James Harden was struggling to score, but over the past 2 weeks, his scoring has increased, and his free throw attempts have increased to a season high of 10.9 a game. Harden right now is getting to the line and getting more comfortable in Steve Nash's playbook. Number 3, we got Kristaps Porzingis. This is a big surprise. KP was a monster over the past 2 weeks because Luka Doncic was out due to an injury. He was averaging about 52% field goal percentage and averaging plus 20 points. KP was great to own over the past 2 weeks, and right now I consider him a great sell high target. Damian Lillard has finally risen up the ranks at the number 4 best fantasy player, averaging about 95.6% at the free throw line. He's getting to the free throw line more often and had some games with plus 30 points. He was the player of the week in the NBA last week, and Dame, from what it looks like, is finally getting out of his slump. At number 5, we got Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks. Trae is going to keep being good as long as the Hawks need him to help them make the playoffs. They don't have DeAndre Hunter. Bogey's being hit with so many injuries, so Trae Young always has the high usage, shooting 50% at the field goal, but averaging nearly 24 points and 10 assists per game. Luka at number 6 is a no-brainer. Luka to me should be a top 3 player, but of course with his injury, Luka hasn't been getting to the line. Luka hasn't been driving as comfortably as he should, but averaging about 11.7 assists over the past 2 weeks. Luka has been phenomenal when it comes to all-around stats, especially in 9-category leagues. At number 7, we got Nikola Jokic. Jokic would definitely be a top 3 player, but of course, he was dealing with his own personal right ankle injury. But of course, with how great he is, he still remains at the top 10 even though he's missed a couple of games. Jokic is an all-around monster. And number 8, we got Rudy Gobert of the Jazz. Gobert usually never hits the top 10 but always hits the top 20, but the reason why he's in the top 10 is because over the past 2 weeks he's been shooting a total of 73.3% at the free throw line. If Gobert is putting up double doubles, blocks, and shooting a good free throw percentage, he becomes an instant fantasy monster. At number 9, we got LaMelo Ball of the Hornets. LaMelo Ball just rises to the ranks because of his efficiency and his all-around stats. And even though he doesn't average plus 25 points per game, LaMelo Ball is there on the assists, averaging about 9.7 assists per game. LaMelo cracks the top 10 over the past 2 weeks. And last but not least, we got Giannis at number 10. And the reason why Giannis is only at number 10 is simply because Giannis, he does everything on the floor except make threes and of course shoots a bad free throw percentage. If he didn't do that, he would instantly be a top fantasy basketball player. So Giannis at number 10 with his 2.2 blocks per game. So yes guys, this wraps up my video today talking about the best fantasy players over the past 2 weeks. Once again guys, my name is Soom and I'm a fantasy basketball expert. My goal here is to help you guys win your fantasy basketball leagues. So be sure to join the channel to not miss any of my updates. And of course, if you want one-on-one fantasy basketball support, go check out my Patreon page down below for more information. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on ezBUCKETZ. Woo!